Let me just say, job well done, Cap.
It was just a fluke. My daughter wanted to know who Columbo was.
She didn't appreciate there wasn't a Columbo line.
She didn't know who
Daddy,
Columbo
who's
was.
Columbo? we gotta take care of that. Nice job telling the story on Channel 7. What I gotta ask? It's what, a half-mile walk from 13 to
maybe that. Yeah. Maybe a little less.
So I mean,
it was a nice day.
I was gonna say easy to hop in the car. What made you just? Do you do that often, or did you say, "Hey, listen, nice day, let's go for a walk"?
I didn't even know. The day before, Sergeant Krause told me about taking Carlos out to dinner. So when I didn't hear any more about it, out of sight, out of mind.
In one ear,
so
out the other.
I'm in my office doing paperwork when Sergeant Krause says, "Hey, you're going." I says, "When?" He says, "They're already down there." He says, "All right, let's go." Okay. So Eric says, "Can I ride with you?" And I said, "Sure." When we walk out of the station, I go, "Hey, it's kind of nice. Why don't we walk?"
Let's go for it.
If we drove, we never would have got him.
You drive, it ain't going to happen.
No.
But that walk gives you a chance to take in surroundings. And that decision right there essentially doomed the suspect in this case.
Well, what he had done, I found out later, was when he was walking in the direction of Doyle's, he stops off at Hats Off, the gas station, to buy some lottery tickets.
Are you kidding?
Which gave us the time when we're walking down to catch up to him, so that he's only 20 feet in front of us. And I don't think he ever got to. He didn't get a chance to scratch the lottery tickets.
Yeah,
they're in evidence.
That's too bad. Yeah, he hit the lottery all right. So you guys, was there anything with the cake? Did we just?
Yeah.
So did you want a piece of the cake or no?
So after we cuffed him, put him in the cruiser, they took him to the station. We went into Doyle's and had the dinner.
And what are the guys in Doyle saying once you go inside? They're like, "Come on, Cap, you didn't."
Well, when they heard me when I called for a car, they all come running out of Doyle's.
Gotcha.
Because they heard me say I got a robbery guy. And they all come running out. So within seconds, there's like 7 cops standing there. And they say you can never find a cop when you need one. So we lock them up.
You found 7 or 8 on that particular day.
Yeah.
So you decide to go for a walk. He stops for lottery tickets. And the fact that you decide to have a celebratory luncheon for Carlos Lauer. Like all these little things coming together.
Yeah, really.
Now, did he say anything to you at any point? Did he say, I think in the story, did he say you got me? Or did he say that? Or did he not say anything like that?
He didn't say much of anything. Yeah. But when we were at the booking desk later on, I said to him, I said, "You know why you're here, right?" Yeah. And he didn't say anything. I said, "You're here because you didn't change your clothes.
There you go.
If you would change your clothes, you wouldn't be here." He was wearing the exact same thing that he robbed the bank with 2 days before.
That brown jacket, which is distinctive.
Oh, absolutely.
So 2 days later, he's wearing the same clothes, and then so you say to him, "Listen, bro, if you just worn something different today."
He had on the gray sweatshirt with a black T-shirt underneath, just like in the photo.
Oh, that's too
Nothing
funny.
had changed.
That is too funny.
Yeah, I mean,
what are the chances?
It's almost like put a sign on me saying lock me up.
Well, speaking of signs, you had the picture, and I almost want to send a shout out to our folks in the BRIC, the Regional Intelligence Center. We're the folks who gather information and try to get it out to the station in an efficient, quick kind of way. The fact you had mentioned it inside the station, TVs inside the station, as well as most wanted posters. How important a role does something like that play? Something that you can look at, or it's kind of on your mind.
This was huge.
Yeah.
If I don't see the photo, and I don't see the display up on the screen, then I don't lock him up.
Right.
Now we were already moving towards him. I found out later on because one of my officers had seen the same photo and showed it to some of the locals, and they said, "Oh, that's so and so. What do you got him for? A bank robbery?"
Yeah. So his reputation had preceded him a little bit.
Yes. His days were numbered.
Yeah, to say the least. Now, had you made bank robbery arrests before? Or?
One before, 20 years before.
Okay. Now, I know normally when good work happens, the captain would give out what they call a C day, or a captain's day, as a way of showing some appreciation to the good work done by the officer. What does Captain Greland give Captain Greland in this case? Does he get...
I thought about giving myself 30 days, but I don't think it would fly.
I deserve, to Captain Greland, you're awesome, 30 days off. But what do you pull out of all this, though? Just any lessons learned, or what's your takeaway from the incident itself?
It was almost like fate.
Yeah.
On his part.
Yep.
I didn't go out looking for him.
Right.
I just fell across him. So I can't really say
You did
It wasn't-
A, B, and C.
Right, it
But how
wasn't-
about maybe the fact that obviously you were familiar with the picture.
Right. I was
So-
well familiar with it.
So is that something you would say to, officers? Say, listen, make a point to.
Sure.
You come in at the start of your shift, take a look at some of the stuff that's going on the day before. If we have a most wanted post or something like that, how
Sure.
important is it to go over that stuff?
Well, officers need to do this on a daily basis so that they're aware of what's going on in the district. And if you don't do it, you can actually put yourself at risk because you may be talking to someone that is wanted and now you don't know it.
Right. In this way, having that advanced information, the advanced knowledge, you were prepared to
can make
when the
the
guy, the guy crossed your path. Not good for him, but obviously good for, for us. It all kind of came together in a short amount of time.
Sure. And he only had $44 left from the money he took from the bank. So I have no doubt in my mind that there was going to be another bank robbery.
Sure. And again, we're just showing a picture of the suspect in this particular case. Yeah, that brown jacket is like.
It's a nice jacket.
It's a nice coat, but it's like if you see it once, it's funny how certain clothing, color, what have you, it can kind of stick in your craw a little bit.
Oh, sure. I'll never forget that now.
Now, Carlos Lara, does he get anything for this? Since it was his celebratory luncheon?
We paid for his lunch.
You got free lunch. Might as well bring it up. Carlos, an officer, has been assigned to E13 for a number of years.
Oh, over 20.
Well over 20. He's in your community service office. And the luncheon was what was the reason for the luncheon for him?
He was one of 12 employees of the city of Boston that was being recognized by the Shattuck, for a Shattuck Award.
Shattuck Award.
And for the work that he had done throughout the year.
Yeah.
And well-deserved, I might add.
What kind of stuff does he do for you?
He does everything. He works in the community service office. So he deals with complaints from citizens groups, citizens, and it runs the gamut from someone complaining about people running stop signs at the end of their street, and I'll drive by, and there's Carlos sitting there trying to catch the people running the stop sign. Everything. I mean,
he's well liked.
Noise complaints, loud parties. He does it all.
That's not an easy gig, the CSO, Community Service Office.
No.
Because it's just,
busy.
It is. It's busy, and it's a ton of phone calls, and people are looking. I'm like, well, I'm not going to sound like a 911 call, but somebody calls up, they're going to call you back the next day, and then the day after that, they're going to call up with their complaint, their issue, and then they're going to want to know what was done to take care of it.
Sure.
So he's been at that for a while.
Right. He also oversees the crossing guards.
Oh, he does.
Right. He supervises them. So, that's in addition. That for stuff that's already on his plate.
Right. So he's got plenty of stuff going on. And the Shattuck Award, of course, is a public service award awarded every year, and it's just basically to say to honor and show some appreciation to people who've been doing some real good work again in the public sector, if you will. So Carlos Lara, suffice to say, a well-deserving guy. E13 in general, some good news to report over the past year.
Sure. We if we have time, I'll talk about CompStat?
Yeah, we got a second, because I know the stats are good. Stats are important. Crime right now is down. Part 1 crime, I think, which is some of the more serious stuff, just so people don't understand. Homicides, assaults, B&Es, burglaries, things like that. Down 18%. Is that right? Or by?
No. That's why I want to talk about CompStat. CompStat, every district captain reports out before the commissioner and the command staff every 10 weeks on what's transpired in his district.
In that 10-week period.
And what he's been doing about it.
Yep.
So for this coming 10-week period that I'm presenting tomorrow, we've seen a reduction of 18% in total Part 1 crime, which is huge.
18% over the last 10 weeks, which is huge.
Yes.
Anything in particular that jump out?
Sure. Residential burglaries. Yep. We saw a decrease of 53%.
Wow. Now, how come? What explains that? Because that's a sizable chunk.
Well, we put officers out in the areas where the breaks are occurring, and we've had a few arrests. Yep. We've had arrests as a result of citizen involvement. We had one recently from Danforth Street where the citizens followed the guy. Yeah. Called the officers, followed them. Officers get there, they ID him, they lock him up. In addition, for trying to break into the house on Danforth Street, he also had 7 warrants from other communities involving stolen property, B&Es, it's almost like that's his job.
Isn't usually the case? What I was going to say, you get a small number of people committing burglaries. It's not like you got a ton of people. It's usually 2 or 3 people who are responsible for the bigger amount of stuff going on.
And usually when you take one of these guys off the street, you see a big drop.
Which may have been the case. And
Absolutely.
Right.
For a couple of those.
we're wrapping up. I want you to give you the last word. So, but to people out there, to impress upon them the importance, if you see something suspicious, you see somebody who shouldn't be where they are, the importance of making a phone call or filing a police report. How important is that to do to help kind of
The 911 call is extremely important. Many times we get a call for a B&E, we get there, and when we talk to the neighbors saw something, but they didn't call.
Yep.
So we don't make the arrest. The cruisers are in the areas. If the call comes in, we stand a good chance of getting this person. I know District 2 has had a lot of success with 911 calls and locking up the perpetrators because the cruisers are in the area, the call comes in, and they get the guy.
Cops are close by. They just need some advance notice. They need to know where to go. All right. Great bank robbery arrest, sir. Thank you for coming on, telling us all about it.
Thanks for having me.
And it's always a pleasure, and keep up the good work on E13.
Thanks.
All right, folks, thank you so much for watching tonight's show. Again, want to thank Captain John Greland. Thank you for watching. Till next time, next week, have a great week and be safe, everybody. Good night.